Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, which is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. I'm just setting up at the minute, so if you're able to just bear with me for just a second, that would be absolutely fantastic. I've got my book set up, I've got my pens. I do apologise if it's a bit dark, it's just that we've got one of those dreary days here today. So unfortunately, it's not that bright at the minute. So I'm just setting up my pad, so if any of you do join the video, I'm able to see your comments. So, oh, perfect. Right, the pad's set up. I think we're all set up now, so keep fingers crossed we stay set up. So if you remember me well, not my last live stream, but one of my previous videos, I'm taking part in the Tiny Tin Tag Challenge. And the Tiny Tin Tag Challenge is originally done, but I think it was originally created by Dollar Diva, and I know that quite a few other people have joined in as well. So I just thought I'd do the second part to that today. So I've got my pens set up and everything. I'll just open up at the page that we're at, and here's Randy. Randy the reindeer. We've kept him down. So this is the page that we was doing before, and in the previous video, the part one that I did, to be honest, all we did was the trees because that took a time in itself. So I think today somebody gave me an idea for the sky and all this. Randy, go over there a minute please, thank you. Somebody gave me an idea for what to do for the sky last time for all this, because I'm limited to the amount of pens that I've got, because the Tiny Tin Tag Challenge, what it is you grab a book, any book that you like, and the only thing about it is you just get a small tin of pens, or pencils, whichever you prefer. And sorry, I'm getting distracted here by Randy. And you just use the minimal of mediums that you've got, then up to a 10 or 12 colours, and it's to try and colour a picture in that. And basically it's just to show that you don't need massive packs or tubs, massive collection to be able to create a nice picture, unless it's mine, which could go horribly wrong. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't think I'm going to do that bit today. I think I'm going to focus on the flowers and that today. But somebody gave me an idea what to do for the background for this bit, because I was either going to leave it blank or I was going to colour it in, and I wasn't sure. But somebody gave me an idea, and I think it might have been Deborah or Debbie. I hope I've got your name right. That joined me in the last video. She says, well, why don't you make some clouds? So I thought that is perfect. I can use obviously my blue pen, make some lovely clouds round here, and that will take away some of obviously this blank bit that I've got to colour, if you understand what I mean. I hope you do. I hope I'm making sense. But today we're going to do some flowers, and we're going to have a good old chat. So I'm going to start with these flowers here, and I think out the colours that I've got, we're going to do, I think we're going to do them yellow. I was thinking red, but we're going to do them yellow. And the 10 pens that I've chosen are from my Faber-Castell range, and it's dual tipped. You have a broad tip on the one end, which is a bit like a Crayola super tip, and on the other you have your more finer tip, which is the tip that I'll be using to do these flowers because they are quite small. So we'll make a start. I'm just going to colour these. As I said before, I do apologise if the lighting is a bit dark or if the focus goes in and out. I'm limited to where I have to do videos, because I do all my videos on my phone, on my Hawaii phone, and it's why I do a lot of videos live stream, because at least then I haven't got so much editing that needs to be done. Not that there's wrong with editing. Editing's great, because obviously if you can edit your videos, I suppose it improves the quality. I'd love to do an introduction at the beginning of the video and music at the end, but unfortunately I can't do that, I don't think. So doing the flowers at the top. Now I've got to do these leaves, because when I picked these pens out, because I haven't got an exact small pack, I just picked out 10 colours. Problem is, I only picked out one green, and the picture that I come out with, there's quite a bit of green. So I'll try my best for it not to actually blend in, but unfortunately it might do at times. So we're going to get this, unfortunately it might do at times. So we're going to get this green one, and I'm just going to do the leaves on the colours on the leaves. So how is everybody? Hope you're all keeping well. I hope you've all had a really good week and you're having a good weekend. Had a really good week and you're having a good weekend. The week's just been normal for me, to be honest. Same as usual. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I had an exam on Wednesday for the beauty course that I'm doing, because I'm doing a beauty therapy level 2, and we had a theory exam on the computer, and this one was for pedicures. I've had a, God, how many theories? I think I've had about 4 or 5 theories in the past up to yet, and I've passed every single one of them. And the last one that I did before Wednesday, I think it was beauty related industries, working in beauty related industries, and I passed that with flying colours. I got 100% on that. So I've just about chuffed about that. But unfortunately, with the theory that I had Wednesday just gone, it was based on pedicures. Practical side of it, I'm pretty good, I'm not too bad. But unfortunately, I didn't pass the theory side of the pedicures. And it was because, as well as learning what to do when we do practicals and how to carry out the treatments, we also have to do a lot of, so to speak, anatomy. And we have to do an awful lot of theory on that. We have to learn bones of the hand, of the legs, face, the whole body, and nails and nail conditions. Now this was where my weak point is, because I just could not remember all the nail conditions. Right, I'm just going to do those little flowers there, and I'm going to make them look like poppies, so we're going to get the red for that. Excuse me, bit of a dry throat, but yeah, because we have to learn all the nail conditions. Oh gosh, it's like I can't even pronounce them, that's how bad it is. I think that's why I struggled to actually learn them and remember them, because I couldn't pronounce them. The only bit that I can actually remember now from Wednesday is 2 words. You may know what I mean, you may not know what I mean, but if you don't know what I mean, just leave it in the comments below. 2 words I remember is bits of functions of the nail. Now I'm just going to use this same red just to do these poppies sorry, bring the book over, just to do these poppy bits here. Yes, so the two bits I can remember is one, which is the hypernychium, and basically the hypernychium is, I think, is where you have your nail. If I use my fingernail as a, where you have your nail, so you've got your nail there, just below where you've got your skin pit, that is the hypernychium. I don't know why it's called the hypernychium. And the other bit is the eponychium, and the eponychium is, you know, your bit there on your finger where you have the cuticle just there, it's that bit there, and basically what that does, it protects your bit of finger there where that is called the matrix, and that's where all the cells and all the reproductive system forms to actually produce your nail and help it to grow. So yeah, I never knew that before. So as well as it being a colouring chat today, you've learned something new if you wasn't sure what it was before. Not that you really wanted to know that, but just thought I'd share that bit with you. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't pass it. But I'll get to have another go. I'm wanting to definitely pass it when I have another go. But if for some reason I don't, then I can take the exam again, but I'd have to pay for it this time. But it's only £15, so it's not too bad. Or I do an assignment. So I'm just going to turn this pad down a minute because I can hear myself talking. So it's not all bad. I would have liked to have passed it, but hey ho, you can't have everything. But to be honest, I've done really well to get to where I've got to so far. So yeah, I did that Wednesday. I haven't really done much for the rest of the week. Well, so much for the rest of the week, to be honest. It's just been busy going back and forth on school runs. Because I probably mentioned it before. My daughter's in nursery. So she's only in nursery from 8, well, it's not 8, from 9 till 12 in the morning. My son is in school full time in reception, and he's 9 till 3. So I take him in the morning. I come back home, go back out at 12, go and fetch my daughter, bring her back home, and then I'll go out again at 3 o'clock and bring my son home then. So it's just been doing that most of the week, I think. Leaves, oh god. Because that is a green bush here and I need to do the leaves, but if I do the leaves green and the bush green, it's going to like go in together. So, do you know what, guys? We are going to be funky with this video. I'm going to use yellow to do the leaves. Just pretend it's autumn. That's it. Pretend it's autumn. Yeah, because I didn't want it to... Because if I do the green for the leaves, then I'm going to be a bit stuck for the bush. Because that is going to be green as well. So we're going to be funky with this picture. Oh, trust me, to only pick one green. But I wanted to make sure I'd got a skin tone in case the picture that I chose had like a skin tone in it. But it turns out the picture that I chose didn't. So it made that thing completely pointless. So I should have just picked a green. But like I said, we'll have autumn. So I'm just doing these leaves here. So yes. I hope you're having a good weekend as well, wherever you're doing. I haven't got anything planned really for the weekend. My husband took my son out this morning on his bike because my husband's learning my little boy how to ride a bike. Because I'm going to let you all in on a little secret now. I can't ride a bike. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, I'm 35 and I still cannot ride a bike. Oh, it's embarrassing, very embarrassing, but there you go. So my husband took my son out on his bike this morning. He's getting better, bless him. He had his helmet on, and he's got some knee pads and elbow pads, but because he's got stabilisers on, we just put his knee pads on. He's getting better at it. So next thing I'm going to do, because I'm not having to go back and forth, I'm going to colour that bush bit in the green. But yeah, talking of which, my husband, it is quiet today, because the TV is not on. My little ones, well, my daughter's having a nap, and my brother, my son's having some me time, not me time me, but him time, playing with his toys in his room. And my husband is currently working on his writing, his novel that he's writing at the minute. Because I'm sure he wouldn't mind me telling you about this. Because he was writing a while ago, but I'm not giving away the plot, don't worry. He was writing a while ago, but obviously with events that happen in your life that are unavoidable, it pulled him away from his writing, and it took a lot to get back into it, for him to be able to get into it. But for the past, I think it's for the past 2 weeks, he's recently got back into it, but he started on something new, and he's been letting me read chapters here and there. Not that I'm a, obviously, story or writer critic, I'm far from it. But I've been reading chapters here and there, and it is absolutely fantastic. It is really, really good. The way he writes it, it's like a proper novelist. And obviously I hope for him that he is able to get his book published when it's actually written. But it's really, really good. So he's working on that at the minute, on the other sofa. The cat is sitting on the armchair, pretending to completely ignore me, and he's looking at the side. He's like, I'm not listening. I'm not listening. So yeah, I'm just doing the bush. Please excuse. Yeah, I'm doing the bushes here. Oh dear. Oh, right, going to fresh conversation. I am so excited for the month of February. Unbelievably excited, colouring wise and also stitching wise. We'll say, if you do join in on the live video as well, feel free to drop a comment below so I know who's nipped in and I can say a big hi to you. For the month of February, colouring wise, this lady, oh god, I still can't remember her name, and I mentioned about the lady in my last video, but I couldn't remember her name then. But there's a lady and Zoe Archer, they're doing a colour along for the month of February, and basically what they're doing is they're doing a colour along of anything in Sun Life drawing colouring books. So you basically colour any picture out in any of those books for the month of February, or as many as you like, I guess. So I'm really, really so unbelievably excited about that. And also Dev, the modernist colourist. If you go and check his channel out, he's absolutely brilliant. He does live streams as well. I nipped into his live stream last night. He does them of a Tuesday and a Friday night. So I did link his channel in the last video that I did, but I can do it again in this one. I think what he's doing, from what I understood last night, is for the month of February, you colour anything in any book that you want using Faber-Castell products. But the best thing about that is Faber-Castell don't only do expensive things, they do an is it called an eco range? They do an eco range, like a really cheap range of pencils and also colouring pens, because they do the connector pens as well. So that is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, if you don't have the more expensive one, what it is, you use anything in Faber-Castell, so that'll be absolutely brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take part in Zoe Archer and that other lady's February colour along, colouring Sun Life drawing books, and I'm going to be using Faber-Castell to do it. So absolutely brilliant there. So that is going to be exciting. Oh, really looking forward to that. It's like Christmas. It's like having Christmas all over again. The other thing I'm looking forward to in February, oh my god, 2 weeks to go. Hi Candy. Oh, happy Saturday. Yes, welcome Candy as well. The other thing that I've got going on in February is, because I'm a stitcher as well, I mentioned in my previous videos, and obviously I've got videos up as well showing my cross stitching that I'm doing. 2 weeks Friday, well, just under 2 weeks now, I'm going to a stitching retreat, like a stitching convention. Oh god, I went once before. Oh, I definitely will, Candy, thank you, definitely will. I've been to a stitching retreat before last year in June, and it was my first ever one. I was so nervous, really nervous, because I was going on my own. I didn't know anybody at all. I'm a bit like that though. If I want to do something, I'll just push myself to do it, even if I am nervous, because my motto is, it's best to say that you've done it, you've either loved it or not enjoyed it, than say you should have done it. But yeah, oh god, within 5 or 10 minutes of getting there last year, I felt so comfortable and so welcomed by the other stitchers. It was absolutely brilliant. So we stayed at a place in Crewe, and the bed and breakfast and an evening meal on the Friday and Saturday was included, but also lunch was included as well on the Saturday and Sunday. Right, just finished that bit now. Don't worry, I haven't drifted off the conversation. I'm just going to do these little flower bits here, and I'm going to do them purple. I need one. Oh god, do you know something, Candy? That's exactly what I was saying the other day. I met somebody from a colouring channel, because they lived in the same town I live in, and we was talking about this, and I was saying they could really do with doing a retreat for colourist, because you know something, I think everybody would really benefit from that. They would love it.
Why can't you be
because
the originator?
You could obviously have the event somewhere, in a hotel, rent out a conference room. Obviously, people would have to pay to go to it, but could you imagine all that? Just taking your colouring supplies, sitting with other colourists, and you could do like what we did at the stitching retreat, a freebie table where the stuff where you're passing on some colouring stash that you don't need or don't want anymore, and also a for sale table where there's stash that you want to sell. That would be absolutely brilliant. So you actually thought the same thing I did, Candy. Because I said that to this lady that I'd met up with. But yeah, but that's pretty much what they did at this stitching retreat. They obviously, as well as stitching for 2 days straight, we had an unlimited supply of coffee and tea, which I'll go back to the coffee and tea machine in a minute and tell you a funny story about that. So you don't have to pay for the coffee and tea, it's completely free because it's all included in the price. And we had home baked cakes and cookies brought up all the time. How brilliant is that? So I absolutely, really, really did love that. Thank you for the thumbs up as well. If anybody does join in the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up if you want to. That would be absolutely fantastic, because I never knew before it'd actually get your channel seen by other colourists and that, so I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot. So yeah, I've got that coming up anyway in 2 weeks for the weekend. Already packed my stitching bag. So I haven't even I said to my husband, I was writing down some notes, and I thought, right, I've written down everything that I need to take in my stitching bag. For clothes wise, would be definitely cool. Oh, it was lovely, Candy. I wanted to stay longer. It seemed that the weekend wasn't enough, but they actually do them week retreats as well, but I couldn't do a week retreat because obviously with the little ones, and it wouldn't be fair on my husband to leave him for a whole week while I go and stitch and do nothing else.
If the kids are on holiday, I don't mind.
All right. That's news. He's just said if the kids are on holiday from school, he wouldn't mind, so that might leave an option open for next year. But yeah, packed everything in my stitching case, and I said, I haven't even thought about where I'm going to... I know there's 2 weeks, so it's a little while yet until it comes, but I thought, knickers and bras, I'll pack the day before. Yeah, I'll just take a little carrier bag with my clothes in. I've got my main stuff in my big case. Anyhow, at this retreat, the funny little story, I've probably told you in previous videos. I do apologise if you hear it again. But the first time I went there, obviously they have these coffee machines on the outside. Oh, it is Candy. He's a good un, Candy. He's definitely a good un. He's for keeps. Yeah, the retreat I went on last time, they had the like a coffee and tea section outside the craft room that you could help yourself to. So I thought, I'm going to have some coffee. I was absolutely bursting for a coffee because I'd recently done an exam that morning before I travelled there. So I got the coffee machine, weren't quite sure how to use it. Went to put the cup under the faucet and press the button for the coffee to come out, and it happens that the faucet that I thought the faucet wasn't the faucet. It was just an added extra. So the coffee, the faucet, yeah, not the faucet, the faucet. The coffee just started coming out and spurting absolutely everywhere. I panicked, grabbed the cup, my cup that I'd took, my travel cup, tried to shove it under the faucet, and realised the cup didn't fit. So I was panicking there, trying to get it under, still while this whole thing was going on, coffee was still coming out the machine. So I made a bit of a mess, but I managed to do it in the finish, and I was like, I cleaned it up, obviously, I wouldn't leave that mess there. Cleaned it up and quickly exited. Quickly ran in the stitching room before anyone could notice what I'd been doing. So hopefully that won't happen this time round. So yeah, I thought I'd tell you the funny story about that. Oh, we do these things, don't we? So we're up to 30 minutes. We're going to give it about 10 more minutes and then we'll call it there for now for this video, because obviously I don't want to keep you too long because you have things to do and other things to watch. While I'm colouring this, what I'll do is after the video I'm going to leave links in the description below to other colourist channels that I've recently been watching. So I've been watching, like I said, the Modernist Colourist with Dev, so I'll leave his link in the channel. I've been watching Zoe Archer. Well, I'm not too sure about me, Candy. Sometimes I wonder. I'm a bit accident prone, so I do question whether I'm actually human or whether I'm actually alien form. But yeah, I'll leave Zoe Archer's link in the description. I've been watching, oh gosh, Anne from A Colourful Life. I'll leave her description. I'll leave her link in the description below. Anyone as well, if you do join the channel, I think I've said in my previous videos, but I love watching colouring videos, different colouring tubists. So if you have got your own channel, just leave it in the comments below after the video and I'll come and check you out, because I love watching different colouring videos and seeing other colourists out there, and I love to also to give other colourists chance to get seen as well. So I do love giving shout outs to people because it's only nice. It's nice to do it, and I like to do it for other people as well. So we're going to colour these little leaf bits now. Now I've got the same problem as I did before, because this is grassy and I do want to colour that green. So because I'm going to make it a bit of autumn flowers, I'm just going to say stuff it, and I'm going to colour the leaves brown. I did say we're going to go funky with this picture, and I think we are. It's autumn. We're going to go autumn. Well, my husband's just said it's winter now, I know that, but the picture's autumn. You can hear my husband in the background. He's a doll. Here's my baby. Well, he's my big baby. My little babies are having their...
Just call me a big baby.
Yeah. My little babies are having their downtime. So, yeah. Oh, I'll let you have a breath now. I'll let people get a word in each way. So, what is... I'm just doing these leaves brown here.
Basically, you're going to give people a chance to get a word in edgewise.
Sorry. My husband's just pointed out to me, I thought I'd let people get a word in each way. I've just carried on talking, haven't I?
Yep.
That's the thing about these videos, I'm never quiet for very long.
Quiet the rest of the time, maybe.
Excuse me. Yeah, never quiet for very long. So, so what is the weather like where you are? I've heard a lot of people have had some snow in places. I must admit, we haven't had any snow here. It's been absolutely freezing cold, and we've had a bit of hail. Well, hail the other day, and a bit of frost, but we didn't have any snow. But we don't get it much, to be honest, by where I live, because by the seaside we don't tend to get snow a lot.
So, yeah.
Yeah, my husband just pointed out salty air. Even though snow is nice, I must admit I don't miss it, especially if I have to go out, because going back to the previous conversation I had with me being accident prone, I can slip over on my bum even when it's not been snowing. So the added extra of snow, I'm absolutely stuffed. So yeah, we haven't had any. It's, like I said, been freezing cold here. Today's been, I've got the light on in the front room and it's only 1:45 because it just seemed really dark and dim before, and I just wanted to give this video the best lighting that I could. So, a bit cold. I wasn't going to go out, but I do need to go out because I need to get my husband some Panadol painkillers because he suffers bad with migraines. So, I'm just going to go on to these little flowers here and I'm going to colour those yellow. So, yeah, so I'm going to get some of those in a minute. And I may get some chocolate because we've actually run, well, I haven't run out. I've got some walnut whips.
Christmas stash.
Yeah, at the Christmas stash. But my husband's run out of chocolate, so I may get him a bit of chocolate. He likes his chocky. Couldn't believe it. I seen just after Christmas in the shop near me, I saw that they had Easter eggs out. Oh, I'm sorry about that. The light's kind of a bit funny. Yeah, they had Easter eggs out and we wasn't even past Christmas yet. Oh, Jesus. That, if I got an Easter egg yet, it'd be eaten way before Easter. Oh, I couldn't wait for that long to eat an Easter egg. Right. So I'm going to go on to these flowers here. We're up to 37 minutes, so I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes and then I'm going to say ta-ta. So I'm going to colour these flowers here red. So we're going to get a bit of a colour in there. So, what is everybody colouring at the minute? What is your favourite thing to colour? Mine is colour by numbers. Love colour by numbers. And that's what a lot of the Sun Life drawing books are colour by numbers.
I can colour inside the space of the R and the P and the O.
The R and the P and the O. Sorry, my husband's confusing me here.
Yeah, draw an R and then that little space, colour it.
Oh, God. My husband's just pointed out he can colour in between the R, the P and the O.
Or an A.
Or an A. Or an E.
Or a G.
Or, okay. I'll get the idea. I was shocked, actually. My husband had a colouring book for Christmas. I was really shocked at it. And he's just pointed out it's down the corner. Don't know which one it is. Which one is it that you had?
It's from the Sarah Mass books. Sarah J. Mass Drawn on Glass.
Sarah J. Mask, Phone of the Glass. This is the book he had for Christmas. I had a quick look through it the other day and I actually really, really liked it. I did. If you want to flip through of that, I can always do one on my channel. I'm sure my husband wouldn't mind.
No.
So, yeah, because I've tried, because I like, well, I haven't read in a very long time, but I do like to read when I can actually get into a book. And I tried reading those, but for some reason I just could not get into it. When I read a book, it has to grip me from the very first couple of pages or I just won't read it. But I just couldn't settle on that one. But the colouring book, it actually don't look too bad. It looks quite alright. So I'm just going to finish off these flowers here. I'll do them leaves and we'll leave it there for now. So these pens that I'm using I did get them, purchased them in a pack of 20, and I think they were about £9–10. Could have been a bit cheaper. They might have been a bit cheaper, but I'm guessing about £9 or £10. You can probably get them in smaller packs as well, like a pack of 10. But for obviously for this video purpose, with it being a tiny tin tag challenge, I just picked out 10 pens to use and try and colour a picture in the 10 pens that I'd got. So, and these are the Faber-Castell range as well, the cheaper range, because Faber-Castell do cheaper ranges of pens and pencils, and they are quite decent as well. I use them. So we're just going to colour the leaves on there, and then we're going to leave it for now. Oh, thank you, Candy. Because this bit here is obviously green, and I've got green leaves there, and I'm limited, I am going to stuff it. We will, I don't know. We'll colour them brown. We'll colour them brown. I know brown leaves are only really brown in like autumn, but I'm just going to get that leaf down there. We're going to colour these. The reason why I'm colouring these leaves brown is because a little bit down here is grass part, and it's going to, well, it's going to like blend into each other if I do the leaves and the grass green. So, and I'd rather do the grass green instead of brown. So, saying that though, I could have done it brown and it could have been like a pavement instead. But yeah, I'm going to colour these leaves brown here, so then I can do the grass part green. And that is what I'm going to call it. So I'm just doing these bits here. And then I'm going to get myself a cup of tea when I go off stream. And I'm going to grab my Sun Life drawing book out, because I'm recently doing a picture in there at the minute. Do you want to see it? Right. That is where I'm going to leave that for now, where I'm going to carry on with that. It may not seem like we've done a lot, but to be honest, we've done a fair bit. We've done all them bits there. I will obviously do this in a couple of more parts so we can finish the rest off. But before you go, I'll quickly show you what I've been working on in my Sun Life drawing book. Because this is like a colour by numbers, so this is the one I'm working on at the minute in the Sun Life colouring. It's basically it's colour by numbers, with very small spaces, but it is very, very therapeutic, and I absolutely love it. And it's in that book as well, in the Colouring Quest by Sun Life Drawing. So that is where I'm going to leave it for now, guys. Obviously we're up to 43 minutes now, and I don't want to keep you too long because I don't want you to get bored. I just want to say thank you so much for joining in this video. I really do appreciate it. But I also